Could you imagine being the star athlete of your football team, whether it be high school, collegiate, or even playing in the National Football League, and being told that you may never be able to play football ever again due to the extensive injuries that you have received over the years with the many concussions due to the types of football helmets that you were wearing? Well, you may be in luck. Sam Browd and the team of specialists at the VC's headquarters have came up with a new helmet that may be able to help you prevent those injuries. So if you're with me, I'll continue to further in depth explain the VC01 helmets and what they can do for you. The National Football Council has their Safety Commission League that each year they test all of the equipment used in the National Football League, and the VC01 helmets, there were 2 designs that were submitted last season, 2017, and those 2 helmets were each ranked the top 2 safest helmets in the National Football League. Last season, there were a total of 281 reported concussions in the National Football League. That's the highest that have been reported in 5 years. Another problem with this is you could possibly end up with chronic traumatic encephalopathy, or CTE. It has been noted on many MRIs of deceased football players that it has been noted on many deceased football players over the years through MRI studies that these people using these certain helmets, like the popular brands Riddle, Schutt, and Rawlings, that they are not actually protecting the person, and they've ended up with these severe concussions and the traumatic encephalopathy. So now I'm going to explain the different materials used and how this life-changing helmet was produced. So on the outer shell, you have something similar to a tennis ball. The helmet it'll compress and absorb the shock and then reflect it as this person is hit, whether it be helmet to helmet, a shoulder pad hit, or if your head is bounced off the ground. It essentially just absorbs and reflects the hit to protect your head. Beneath that layer, the second layer is a layer of polymer columns. These columns, they act essentially to offset the outer layer. So as the outer layer compresses, this one does essentially the same thing, and they work together to protect your head. The third layer, the third of the fourth layer, is the hard layer that essentially works as a shield. It helps to prevent brain bleeds or traumatic injuries such as skull fractures. The innermost layer is a layer of memory foam. So it's very soft, and it essentially works to pad your head as you receive these blows. There are many people that have already found a newfound love for these helmets and are using them as the year has gone on. Like I said, the National Safety Commission, they ranked it the safest in the NFL, so many of the NFL players are already using it today. Along with that, 400 high school teams in the United States have already signed on to have their players wear these helmets next season. So it's really great. 18 teams in the NFL already have players that are using these helmets. Some of those players include Russell Wilson, who plays for the Seahawks, Alex Smith for the Redskins, and Julian Edelman, who plays for the Patriots. Smith and Wilson are also a part of the safety committee. They are on that safety committee with Jerry Rice, who is a Hall of Famer. So by being familiarized with the VC01 helmet, compared to the other mainstream helmets like the Russell, shuts, and so on. You should now be aware of the impact that choosing a good helmet for your next season can do for you. So today we reviewed the impact the wrong choice of helmet can do, not only today but in the future. And by buying these 0-1 helmets, you can prevent concussions or significantly reduce the number. Like I said, the 281 just this season is the highest in 5 years. And hopefully you can prevent the chronic traumatic encephalopathy that causes a significant brain damage. So just remember that the choices that you make today ultimately reflect your well-being in the future. Thank you.